If you started any businesses, it's best if you always have a control in it. Actually, it's not my dream. Little kid, my dream was become a soldier. This is how to smoke it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Surabaya Signature, your leading voice of the local stories with me, Amanda Sulaiman, and this is our second episode, and I am going to tell you this is going to be a very special episode because we usually have our podcast in the studio, but right now we are at one of the most prestigious restaurants here in Surabaya. And right now I am at the Consulate restaurant, and that is at Jalan Darmokali, Surabaya. And right now we have our special guest, a very inspiring one for sure. I'm a bit nervous to be honest, but I think I'll just going to introduce you, Mr. Roy Kurniawan Laksono.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Well, I think dipanggilnya bro aja ya, atau
Can.
bro Roy?
Can.
Oh, how? Okay,
Can, yeah.
all right. So, how's your day? How's life? How's everything?
Life is always good.
Always good.
Yeah. My day is always good. I was been waiting.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
patiently waiting.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
But what's your typical daily activities nowadays?
So actually, my main business is cigars. It's not cigarette, it's cigars.
Yeah.
Right, so it's imported cigars, so it's not the local cigars. I don't have any manufacturer here, so I import it from Cuba. Yeah, so my daily activity basically I will stay in the office. Whenever I have a guest, I will bring it here to this restaurant. Yes.
Okay, I see.
So normal days, usually office hours, I'll be in my office, and then I come here started around 5ish or 7ish, something
Okay.
like that.
And
Yes.
you also own this restaurant,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So, how do you manage to juggle between two businesses that you handle right now? Is it
Yeah.
kind of hard? Or?
Here's the thing. Actually, for business people, right? Most people we have multiple businesses. You know, we always started with one, and then we have more and more businesses, because it's not require us to be physically here. You know, we have all the management, we have the directors, we have the managers, we have the chef, we have everything in place. Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually well managed.
Correct.
In terms of
Yeah.
everything. All right, now, so basically owning a restaurant, is it your first business or the cigar one? It's
Actually, this is not my first business. Even this is not even my first restaurant. I have like several restaurants before this.
Okay.
Yes, and most of them already closed now.
Already
Yes.
closed. Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's really interesting
Yes.
because, you know, when we talk about failure, I mean,
Yes.
people want to know about being success, right?
Uh-huh.
But in terms of failure, it's kind of hard to accept sometimes.
Correct. But
You know?
it's actually kind of the main ingredient for success.
Okay.
If you have never failed, then most likely your real success is not real success. You know.
Was your businesses that are already closed, it's actually F&B as well?
F&B as well.
Ah,
Yes.
okay, I see.
Yes.
And what's actually inspired you to finally, okay, so let's just open up a restaurant? Because you know, for some people, if they already fail in some sort of like one
Yes,
aspect
industry.
of business,
Yes.
they'll be like, okay, I'll just quit right now. I think this is
Right.
not going to work for me, right?
Yes.
What did you do at that time?
Well, to be honest, from the very beginning, my business is the cigar business. So the backbone is not actually the F&B. But at that time, I was believed that there was a quotation that says, don't put your egg in one basket, right? So you got to spread your risk, spread your, you put in different baskets, something like that. And till today, I found it's also wrong philosophy.
Oh,
The best philosophy is put your egg in one basket and watch it like a hawk. That's the better philosophy. Rather than you put all your egg in different baskets, you know.
Okay.
That's what happened with me. So started from the cigar business. Like for instance, this restaurant, it started from my customers, my cigar customers who own a restaurant in Jakarta. And also my another cigar customers who own the land of these properties, you know, and we hook up, we smoke cigars, we drink, we talk, and then become this restaurant. Yeah, so I connect the people and everything, you know, and then become this restaurant. And same thing in Jakarta, because cigar business meaning like you have to spend time with all your VIP customers and smoke cigars with them and drink some with them. And when we sit, when we talk, there's a lot of opportunities,
Okay.
you know. And then in Jakarta, I open like several restaurants as well, which I'm not involved at all in the management. And turns out it's all fail. It's all close down. It's all high-end restaurant as well.
Okay.
So learning from that, in this restaurant, I'm from the very beginning, I'm starting involving in the very beginning of this restaurant.
Okay.
Yes. So I was the director from the opening until this year, 2022. Then I have my friend to replace me as a director here.
Okay, so what was the learning lesson from your previous businesses that was failed?
Yes. The learning lesson is, if you started any businesses, it's best if you always have a control in it.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's actually the main
Yes.
ingredients.
Correct.
All right. So owning a restaurant, was it actually already your dream since you were a kid, or?
Actually, it's not my dream.
Okay.
It's happened by accident, by coincidence. But actually, my parents is actually from F&B business.
From
Yeah.
also actually from your
Actually,
parents, you got inspired by your parents.
F&B
Okay.
businesses and also a restaurant.
Okay, so what
Yes.
was your actually initial dream when you were a kid?
My initial dream.
Astronauts?
Oh, when I was a little kid, my dream was become a soldier.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Because
actually
of
really
Rambo
interesting.
movie.
The Rambo one. Okay, no wonder
Yeah,
why
yeah.
these restaurant concepts actually kind of like outdoorsy and Rambo-ish
Yes,
kind
yeah.
of theme. Okay, now moving
Yeah.
on to the cigar business.
Yes.
You know that people that wants to open up a business, they want a clear market,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But for the cigar business, not a lot of people are actually keen for cigars.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is where I come in, you know. I'm looking for a niche market. Before the cigar business, actually, I was in the finance.
Okay.
I was in the finance, I was in the stock market, from specifically US markets. When the US crisis, I moved to cigar business.
Okay.
So I was always looking for a niche market. So why niche market? Because there are less competitors, less competition. I believe I can create the market. If I believe in something, I can influence people in some way.
Okay.
If I love something, my love of something can influence to people, you know. Yeah. And I'm looking for a niche market because at that time, my concept, my belief is, if I move into cigar business, I will meet all sort of people, which is the sort of people that I need to meet,
Okay. Okay.
which is the people with high net worth. Because, you know, I will meet with the right people, I will expose to the right opportunity.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
Okay, because like some people also think that the more focused your
Yes.
niche,
Yes.
it's actually quite hard for you to find loyal customers.
Exactly.
And you're not going to have a broad kind of customers.
Right.
It is segmented, you know.
Indonesia is have like you know, maybe 6 billion people. You know, if we got like maybe 0.5% of the market, you know, and all of them is mine, it's good enough. I don't have to have the whole market. I don't have to have everyone to buy my product. I have only like few people that, you know, and actually, I've done the cigar business since 2007, right? So I already have the vast network of the cigar smokers, cigars collector here. And actually, what I find out, I started from a distributor, so I supply to all of the 5-star hotels, club, lounge, Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bali. And actually, now I find out that single person, you know, collector or cigar smokers, we call it cigar aficionados.
Okay.
They have more buying power than the hotels, actually,
Okay.
and they buy more than maybe several hotels combined.
Okay.
One single person. That's the beauty of it.
All
That's the
right.
beauty of the niche market.
Okay, so
Yes.
now I know absolutely nothing about cigar,
Yes.
but can you just give me like some of the, I don't know, interesting facts about cigar
Sure,
that you
sure,
want to
sure.
share?
So here's the thing, I imported Cuban cigars. Cuban cigars is called premium cigars. It's a handmade. Handmade, so it consists of all tobacco. Tobacco tied by tobacco and wrapped by tobacco. So the inside is called fillers and then binders and then wrappers. All pure tobacco and no pesticides. So it's an organic product.
Okay.
So when you leave a cigars under the heat during the sunlight, you will take several weeks. Maybe the kutu will eat them. But if you leave cigarette, kutu will not eat them. You know why?
Okay.
Because there is chemical in it, a lot of chemical in it.
Okay.
But this is because this is pure. The kutu will eat them.
Okay, okay.
Yes, and that's one thing. And the other thing, the way we smoke it, you don't inhale them. You just put it in your mouth, get it out slowly, and you smell it with your nose. You know, so it's not affecting your lung.
Okay, so the
So it's
art
much
is actually
healthier.
smelling the aroma
Yes.
without actually putting it in your
Inhaling.
lungs.
Yes, correct.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, I see. So it's, in a way, it's actually healthy.
Much more healthier than cigarette.
Okay, I see.
And I've proven it myself, you know. There was one time that I was having a cough, way before COVID. When it's COVID time, when you cough, you thought it's COVID. But
Yeah,
way
yeah.
before COVID, when I cough, they thought because I smoked too many cigars, you know. And then my wife told me to check on the lung doctor, and they gave me the ronsen and everything, and it's clean. The doctor said this is not the lung of a smoker.
So it's actually not overclaiming because it's based on your own experience, right?
That's correct.
So now you want to show to the people how to enjoy a cigar.
Cigars, yes.
Okay.
Because most people started their cigars is from either their friend told them to, or it's just for fashion.
Okay.
Because when you first smoke your cigars and you're not accompanied by somebody who knows how to smoke cigar and know how to teach it, you will get bad experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is how to smoke it.
All right. So you kind of hold it.
So actually, you need to get a lot of smoke in your mouth, and then you get it out slowly and smell it with your nose.
Oh, okay.
How to smell with your nose, that's the thing that you need to learn. Because at the same time, you get the smoke out of your mouth, and at the same time, you smell it. That's the difficult part.
Okay, how long did it take for you to, know the difference of taste and good quality of cigar and bad quality of cigar? How long?
Actually, when you actually when you already fall in love with these hobbies, you know, then it will not take long.
Oh.
If you know how to smoke it properly, then automatically you can tell which is good cigars, which is not good cigars. And even if you know how to smoke it, then you can, even a good cigars, you can choose which one is your preference. There was the medium bodied, there was the full bodied one, there was the
Okay.
milder side one. Yeah.
I see. Okay. So, is there any kind of like side effect or whatever? Because considering you said to me earlier that
Yeah.
you're not inhaling it,
Yes, correct.
but you just,
Yes.
What if you inhale it? Like, what will
If
happen?
you inhale it, you'll get the dizzy feeling like a drunk, you know, like from alcohol drunk. We call it tobacco intoxicated.
Okay.
Tobacco intoxicated meaning is like there's too much nicotine in your blood, and then you get high, and then you feel like cold sweat and you want to puke, something like that. It's really bad feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it ever occur to you?
Of course, because since it's in my business, then of course it's happened to me, you know.
Okay. Was it many times or just like?
No, not many times. It's like, especially for beginners, they're not supposed to smoke it outdoor. Better smoke it indoor, because
Okay.
you blow your smoke and then the wind blows back to your face and automatically you inhale all of them. Many
okay,
times.
okay.
You know, first time when I experienced called tobacco intoxicated, when I was in the beach, it feels good to smoke cigars on the beach, right? But the wind blows so strong, so whenever I blow, they blow back at me, and then half of the sticks I already feel dizzy, you know. I feel like I'm
Okay.
gonna throw up, and I feel pale, cold sweat, something like that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
know because it might be aesthetically pleasing to
Correct.
look at people,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
enjoying cigars, just, I mean,
Yeah.
on the beach and stuff like that. It's only happening on the movies.
Correct. That's true.
Not in real life,
Yes.
because you cannot really enjoy. Okay,
Yes.
so if, let's say if I lay out different kinds of cigars without
Yes.
even telling you the brand, do
Yes.
you actually can know the difference?
If I smoke it,
Okay, you can.
I mean,
tell.
I can tell which one is good, which one is not good.
Okay, how about
You
the
know?
brand though?
The brand.
Yeah.
Well, from the brand itself, because I'm in the business, I can tell. But even if you take out the brand, you know, so I can still tell which is good, which is not. By touching them, by feeling them, I can tell which one is in good condition, which one is not.
Okay.
Because the good condition and not, even in the same brand, it gives you whole different experience.
Okay. Now I know that if we keep talking about cigars, it'll be like 2 hours long.
Correct. That's true.
So I think we need to move on to your next business, which is this
The
whole
restaurant, yes.
right? So tell me a little bit of a story about this restaurant.
So actually, the building was built in 1914, and over there is a heritage building. So we cannot renovate anything on the physical part. We can only do the renovation on the interior. Even when when we make the canopy and we make another fence, we have to ask permission.
Oh, okay. I
Because
see.
it's a heritage building. But on the side and on the back, everywhere is not heritage building, so we can do anything.
Oh, okay.
So initially, the building was built in 1914 by a Spain guy, and the restaurant was started in 2013, the company, but it was soft launching in 2014. And 2014, the initial name is not the Consulate, but the initial name is 1914. So at 1914, we have different concept. The concept is there was a steakhouse in the front, and then there's a Mexican restaurant here, and then on the back there is a Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
So multiple concept under one roof, and we have 6 bars before, you know. But then we changed it into the Consulate. We only have one concept, one management, only on the center.
Okay. Okay.
So the Japanese restaurant and the Mexican restaurant is already closed. Yeah.
I see. So was it also kind of failed as well? That's why
True.
you changed
That's
the
true.
whole thing?
That's true. So we test it, and the concept doesn't work in Surabaya, especially with different management under one roof. The Japanese at that time was the very top end, the very high end Japanese restaurant. So we import the fish directly from Japan.
Okay.
So the price is very expensive. When one of your outlet price is very expensive, they thought everything is expensive. Yeah, that's what happened, and then slowly people scared to get in here. Yeah, so we have to rebrand the whole thing.
Okay, I
Yes.
see. So with that failure that ever happened in here
Yeah.
once, how did you manage failure, especially generally in your life?
Through this restaurant or through my life?
Life?
Through my life. Actually, like I said, failure is one of the key ingredient in success.
Okay.
Because, look, when you are abundantly, when you have a lot, right? Like, let's say U.S. versus Vietnam War, America versus Vietnam. The Vietnam War, they have to count their bullet. They cannot afford to waste any bullet. So one bullet maybe they spare for one head. So they will use it very effectively. But in the other hand, the U.S., they are abundantly, they have many bullets, they have many things. So their plan will not be as efficient. That's why U.S. lose from the Vietnam. You know,
Okay.
they can spray the bullet, and you know, they can waste anything because it's abundantly. The same thing, you know, when we are in the failure, when we are in the face of failure, when in the face of, you know, clock or bankruptcy or anything, you cannot afford to waste your bullet. You have to save one bullet for one hand. So one shot, it has to be, you have to make it. You know, that way, it shape your way of thinking. It shape everything. You become sharper. You know, you become more efficient, and that's will bring you to upgrade yourself to one more level, and one more level, and one more level, something like that.
Okay, so a little bit more about this restaurant. What's the main concept of this restaurant apart from as it's high-end restaurant?
Well, what I can say first, the building is there is only one place like this in Surabaya. There's nowhere else is like this. Number two, for the food, the steak, I can say that the steak is one of the best in Indonesia, not in Surabaya. You can compare to a lot of good steakhouse in Jakarta, everywhere in Indonesia. I think this is one of the best steaks in Indonesia.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you want to give you recommendations, especially from this restaurant,
Yes.
what are the menus that you want to offer?
Well, I think the steaks. You should try the Miyazaki steaks here. Yeah, it's the best. Tomahawk, Miyazaki, all the steaks here is really good.
Best served medium, medium rare, or?
It's a matter of preference, but I
Okay.
like it medium usually.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so
Yeah.
that's pretty excellent. Now,
And actually, later maybe you have a chance to speak with the chef. Actually, you can customs order with the chef, you know, all the specialties or, you know, what he has in special, he can make it.
okay,
So you
not
can make
just,
something not on
I mean,
the
like
menu.
off the menu.
Off the menu. You can
Oh,
make
okay.
something off the menu.
All right,
which is
that's
also
pretty
really
interesting. Okay, now I'm looking forward to it. And now, last questions for
Alright.
me. How, I know it sounds cliche, but how do you define success now that you are already at this point in your life?
All right. How I define success? It's like this. I believe we live only once. I believe if you are happy, then you're a success. It's nothing to do with how much amount of money in the bank. It's nothing to do with everything else. You can have like a lot of money, but if you're not happy, you're not success.
Yeah.
You can have like, you know, enough money just for you to survive, to live, but you live happy, you're the success.
Okay.
You know, because there's no end to it. If you compare yourself to anyone else, there's no end to it. And my principle is very simple. Rule number one is survive. You know, first you need to know how to survive. Stand up on your own feet, not depending on anyone. You know, from yourself, your human capital, everything is make you capable to stand up on your own feet.
Okay.
Rule number two is thrive. Thrive meaning after you survive, then what? Then you need to thrive. You can make more. You can, you know, do more. You know, you can create more. You can invest more. You know, and then rule number three is you have to be able to enjoy your life. Because if you cannot do number three, number one, number two, I don't call it success. Because you can't enjoy your life. Yeah.
Okay, survive,
Thrive, and enjoy your life.
and last but not least, enjoying a cigar.
It's true.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Roy,
Thank
for
you
your
very
time.
much. Yes.
I'll see you guys next time.
See you. Yeah.